What up, guys? So we are live. I think we've been live for a while. If you can hear me in the comments, just type that you can hear me, so you know you can hear me. Just let me know in the comment section that you can hear me. So this is more like a mic check. All right, let me know. Let me know in the comment section. Just type that you can hear me. Okay, great. So today, is Thursday live as usual, and we are looking at NFTs, introduction to NFT. But today, I won't be the one presenting. I'll just be online like you guys and listen to this person, this young man that's going to present today. His name is Emmanuel Tosin. So he will be presenting and taking us through the introduction to NFT. It's going to touch on some things today, and we will continue in another class. So without further ado, let me introduce our guest speaker for today, Mr. Emmanuel. So, Mr. Emmanuel, you're welcome.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Glad to be here.
So let's do another mic check. So let me be sure that they can hear you fine.
Okay, can you hear me? If you can hear me, please just type that in the comment section.
They say they can't hear you.
Well, that's quite surprising. The mic is not muted. Yeah, they said they could hear me actually. I think it's an issue with that particular person.
Okay, great. Okay, everybody can hear you. So let us start. So, Emmanuel, just go ahead and
Talk about
continue.
NFTs.
Yeah. So, the
Okay, so good evening, everyone. Today, just like the topic says, we'll be talking about NFTs and introduction to NFTs. Just I know a lot of people have been hearing about NFTs everywhere, going up and down. It's sold for this amount and that amount, but you don't really understand what an NFT is. So today we'll just be going over what an NFT is, what makes an NFT have value, the most valuable NFTs, where to buy NFTs or how you buy NFTs, and how you store NFTs as well. Okay, so let's start by saying like defining the acronyms NFT. First of all, NFT is just a non-fungible token. That's what the NFT means. So now we'll pick every word one by one and get to explain it for you. So fungible, first of all, means when something is let's say easily interchangeable, something is not unique. So for example, we have the Nigerian naira now. If I was to give someone 1,000 naira and another person or that person gets to give me back 1,000 naira in the form of 500 naira, two 500 naira notes, at the end of the day I still have 1,000 naira. So I didn't actually like I said, it's interchangeable. You can actually move it anyway. The 1,000 naira in my pocket is the same with the 1,000 naira in your pocket. So that's something that's fungible. It's not really unique. It's more like one of the same. You get. But then when something is non-fungible, it's just the exact opposite of that, meaning it cannot be exchanged for the other one. I'll give another example. If you went to buy a television, let's give an example of that television, and you ordered from Samsung and you said you want a 32-inch smart TV. It doesn't really matter what model or what like what's the code on that particular 32-inch smart TV. As long as it matches with the particular one you sent for, they'll just send it down to you. You order a phone, you're not really going to search for the IMEI or anything. All you need to do is you just want this phone and you get this phone. So that phone now in this case is fungible. It can be exchanged for another one. But then when something is non-fungible, like I said, it cannot be exchanged. So now that's non-fungible, the NF out. So let's go to the T part of the NFT. Okay, so the token actually, which is the T part, is anything that has value or can be exchanged or traded. That's just what a token is. So an NFT is more like that token which has a value, can be exchanged or traded, and cannot be exchanged for the exact same copy. It has to be that particular one. You can't, if a, will I say, a token is, if I give you a particular token at this point in time and I say it's non-fungible, meaning you cannot exchange it to another one. For you to give me back that token, you have to give me the particular token I gave to you. You can't swap it to another one and say, oh, it's the same. Like I gave an example of, I give you a 1,000 naira note, you give me back another 1,000 naira note. At the end of the day, it still has the same value, but when it's non-fungible, it lacks the same value. It becomes a totally different note. If you get what I'm saying? Okay, so now in essence, after looking at the acronyms, what is an NFT? What's a non-fungible token? What's this NFT we talk about? Now we've explained the acronym, but what in particular is the NFT? So an NFT is more like a collectible digital asset or a token in particular, like artworks, like I said, a digital asset. So artworks online, we have web pages, we have music, we have gaming characters, gaming gadgets, and just about anything you can think that is digital. And an NFT is just a collectible digital asset. And then an NFT, it's more like a digital certificate of authenticity of that asset. I know it seems like it's too much. Let me break it down for you. Now, an NFT, like I said, it is a collectible digital asset. Any particular asset that is digital, you can find online or something. It is and it's non-fungible. It cannot be swapped for another. That is an NFT. So an NFT in this case is more like a digital certificate of authenticity, saying, okay, I am actually the owner of this particular asset that is online, this particular digital asset. I am the rightful owner. That's what an NFT just goes ahead to represent. It just represents that particular token or asset that you have, that digital asset, that okay, this is mine and this is my proof of it. The NFT is more like a proof of it. Now, NFTs mostly exist on the Ethereum blockchain. We'll talk about the blockchain later, but it can actually exist now. When it started, it was just on the Ethereum blockchain. But now, any blockchain which can work with smart contracts like Cardano and Solana can actually host, or you can actually mint NFTs. NFTs can be created on those blockchains. You get? Okay, so now, what is a blockchain? A blockchain is just where the digital information of that asset or the token is stored. I'll give a clearer example, but I just want to like go around it. Digital goods are not stored inside that token, only the data or the information which is stored on the blockchain. Now, what is a blockchain? First of all, let me give an example with the traditional or institutional banks. Um, when you have, let's say, 50, let me use naira since I'm in Nigeria. Let's say you have 1,000 naira notes in your bank account and you want to use your ATM to buy something worth 500 naira. Now, when you place it in the POS machine or anywhere, the bank gets a message, a notification saying, okay, this guy wants to send out 500 naira from his account. Does he actually have that particular amount? So will he be able to transfer this particular money to the person he's trying to pay to? If you actually have the amount, the bank goes through their records without like showing you or showing anyone. It's just the bank that can see this record. And then the bank goes through it and says, okay, you have 1,000 naira here, you want to spend 500 naira. It's possible for you to do that. And at the end of the day, they debit you 500, and what is shown on your balance now is just 500 naira. So in that case, the bank has more like a ledger or an address book where they store every particular transaction that goes in and out of your bank account. So in that case, a blockchain now is more like a digital ledger where everyone in the world actually gets to view your transactional records. So every particular transaction that's occurred on your identity or wallet on the blockchain is actually recorded and everyone can see it. So in other words, it's more like a bank where everyone gets to see your transaction. That's just the simple explanation of the blockchain. It's just where whatever transaction or information that has occurred with on that particular blockchain is stored. That's just the blockchain. So an NFT now, a non-fungible token, is just like will I say a representation of that particular token or asset you hold on the blockchain. It's more like showing, yes, this particular person owns this particular token or asset on this blockchain. You get, and everyone gets to see it. I hope we are following. Are we catching up? Or am I moving too fast? Should I take it slow? You could drop a comment just to let me know. Okay. I'm seeing someone it's a code emoji. I don't know what that signifies, but okay. Okay. So we move on now. NFTs. We've talked about NFTs. We've talked about why we how what an NFT is. Now let's go to what gives an NFT a value. First of all, like I said, an NFT now, I gave examples of NFTs being mobile game characters, artworks, music, that's like songs, web pages, all these online. Even will I say decentralized land, which is land that happens to be on the digital space. We've all been hearing about the metaverse, and how Facebook plans to move to the metaverse. Microsoft is also making investments. According to Facebook, they changed their name to Meta. It's no longer Facebook. And Microsoft as well is trying to build into the metaverse. The metaverse now is more like a, a space digitally where you get to own particular assets digitally. So while you own assets physically, the metaverse is more like a digital representation of whatever asset you own there. So in other words, some people might actually in the future have a whole different life in the metaverse. If you watch this movie, Ready Player One, I think that movie came around 2018 or something. That particular movie is more like an example of what the metaverse is. So you can be here and have a particular character which is in the metaverse and also own assets in the metaverse. So NFTs in this case is more like giving those your characters now value and authenticating them, showing that okay, this is this person's property. This is this person's property. Let me give you an example, or let me just give you the backstory of why we have NFTs before we talk about what gives them value. Um, we notice that currently we're on Web 2.0, and most of the, let's say, images, pictures, whatever we have online are not actually owned by us. Because if I was to take a picture of, even if my picture, I take a picture of myself today and I post it online, if I post it via Facebook and I give them the permission to use those pictures, I no longer get value. I can't get paid. I can't claim it and say this is my image because I've given Facebook that particular right to say use this my picture because I gave it to you. But then if I'm to tokenize that my picture and make it in form of an NFT, put it on a blockchain, either Ethereum or Cardano or Solana, and say, okay, I want this my picture to be stored on the blockchain. It will give me a particular record, transaction record, and a particular identity, which becomes my NFT. So now that my picture is in form of an NFT. Like I said, the NFT, you don't get to store the actual picture on the blockchain. What you store is the record to show that yes, this is my picture on that blockchain. So when I store my picture there as an NFT, of course, other people could have that picture. You could screenshot it, you could do what, download it, save it, and everything. But at the end of the day, I own the rights to that. And if we're to come and ask, okay, who can provide the actual record and show that this is actually his own, where is the proof of ownership? Then I can refer to my blockchain, to my wallet or whatever, and show that okay, this is the transaction record. I'm the owner of this. I'm the owner of this wallet where this particular NFT resides. So it is mine. And so NFTs in that way gives people, or mostly artists, both painters, musicians, and video producers, it gives them the opportunity to own their own, will I say, media, to own your own product. So you no longer have to, just like when you maybe I shoot a video on YouTube or something, YouTube has the right to delete those videos or do whatever they want with it. But when I make it an NFT, it is mine and my only right. Yes, it can be on YouTube, but then I own transaction rights to say this is mine. I own that proof and the certificate. of that. Okay, so what makes an NFT have value? What gives an NFT value? Because before you buy into something, you need to know why you're buying into it. Like, why does this have this value? Why should I believe in this? Why should I get this particular, let's say, investment opportunity? Um, Now, the first one we have here is utility. Utility, in essence, is more like the use case, meaning what can it be used for. Unfortunately, now most of the NFTs we have do not really have utilities; they don't really have use cases. But then, in the long run, I see NFTs as a very big space. And of course, at the start now, a lot of people are not really understanding the whole platform, and some people are getting, like I say, ripped off by going to buy a coin which doesn't really have a value or a use case, like I said, utility. And so they end up buying it, and they start looking for people who want to buy those particular NFTs from them. But at the end of the day, they find out they've been, like I say, forced or hooked into buying something that has no value. So what makes an NFT valuable, one first of all, is utility, meaning this can actually have a value. Some NFTs in future can be used in form of did I say, like access cards to find yourself somewhere. Let's say I want to host, I want to attend a particular, I want to host a particular event now, and my criteria is for you to attend this particular event, you must show a proof that you can join this. Like, you must show a proof that, okay, this certificate you are bringing here, or this invitation card you are bringing here, is actually the original one. So in that case now, you would have to I can tokenize the invitation card and put it as an NFT, and also make limited copies of it. So when you buy those particular NFTs, it's more like I can see the actual number of people who own it. In that case, people don't get to, let's say, photocopy those invitation cards or produce a replica. Just like how we have fake notes of normal currency, normal fungible currencies we have. When a currency is in an, or when a token or anything is in an NFT format, it cannot be will I say, faked for another, because you have to see that particular record on the blockchain that says this is actually the original of this particular invitation card in that case. So if I'm releasing 10 special invitation cards, then it's only those 10 which I'll be able to validate and approve, and prove that yes, this is it. So that's one of the use cases of NFTs for utility. Also, another thing that gives NFT value is how unique or rare it is. So let me explain that. For example, let's say um, an artist makes a drawing now. We have the Mona Lisa in particular, which was made by Leonardo da Vinci, which is currently in a museum somewhere, I think in Italy or somewhere. Um, that particular Mona Lisa painting has value because it is unique and it is rare and it is one of a kind. So, of course, people have pictures of the Mona Lisa placed on their walls and everywhere. You can go online and download a picture of the Mona Lisa, but it isn't actually the original Mona Lisa. So that's what an NFT is more like. It's more like a digitalized version of that proof of ownership. So how the museum will say the Mona Lisa happens to be in our own possession. That's the same way you can say, okay, this particular asset, this particular game, particular website that I've turned into an NFT is actually mine. And that makes it unique. And when it's unique, of course, humans like what is scarce, we like what is rare. And scarcity also drives prices. In economics, we have demand and supply. So when we have scarcity of supply, there will be a large demand for it. And that's just about it. So it gives the NFT high value because it's in great demand, because it's actually rare and unique and special. Now, ownership history also gives it value. Ownership history in this case, let me give an example as well with the modern. I like to give you an example with the real world before I delve into the explanation of the NFT, so we get an idea. So in the real world now, we have, like I said, ownership history. We have, let's say, a special person like Jay Z now decides to buy let's say, a jacket of $50. Of course, he buys more than that, but let's just say he buys a jacket of $50. And now, a lot of people who are Jay Z fans will want to own that particular jacket because Jay Z owned it. So they won't mind paying about $200, $500 for something that was actually costing $50, just because that particular person they look up to, that particular person they like, bought and has previously owned, if possible, even won this jacket. It's just like in football, when we watch football, some footballers get to take off their jerseys and give it to other fans, or maybe signed on it or something. The value in that case has changed because this was given to you by that particular special person. You get so, like I said, the ownership history in this case now can drive the price of that NFT up. Okay, and for the fourth one here, we have it's also a store of value, more like how we have people who buy, rich people in particular, who buy art and then leave it for a number of years. So maybe they can sell or use to store value. They used to just keep their price, and also they used to avoid tax. I don't know if you know about that, but you can also, like, this is not a financial advice, but you can avoid you can avoid tax by owning digital art or digital assets, or even in the real world normal assets, which some rich men get to do. Like I said, not a financial advice, but but an advice nonetheless. Okay, like I said, it's a store of value. So buying an NFT, especially one with a utility case. If you buy an NFT which doesn't really have a use case, there may be nothing on it. When I give an example of having invitation cards in the form of NFTs, if I now want to sell those invitation cards to someone else, of course, the other person will have to pay a higher value because you really want to attend that particular event. So that will also drive the price up. I think this kid had a show of recent, and of which the price was about 20K for a ticket. But people were buying it and then reselling it for about 50K, 100K, and people were buying it. Why? Because that value. And as well, those were digital tickets as well. But a way to avoid, will I say, plagiarism or copyright, or someone saying this is not the original one, you get to tokenize it and make it in form of an NFT on the blockchain. So that's that on that one. Now we're going to most valuable, some examples of most valuable NFTs. We have the CryptoPunks NFTs, which were like, at the point those CryptoPunks were free on the Ethereum blockchain. They're about you could even claim them for free as just by having an Ethereum wallet address. You could just claim the CryptoPunks for free. But currently, those CryptoPunks are selling for millions of dollars because now there is scarcity for it, and in the NFT space, a lot of people are getting to look at it, and they also get to represent, those CryptoPunks represent the one of the earliest supporters of Bitcoin, the people who really started the cryptocurrency movement. So in turn, that drives the prices of those particular assets, the CryptoPunks, very very high. Okay. We also have the Board AP Arts Club. I wish I could show the images. We in the next, like a Thursday, we get to do that. Dragon Crypto Kitties, Decentraland. Of course, a lot of people saw when prices of cryptocurrencies were moving high. Decentraland, which the coin name is Mana, and Sandbox, which the coin name is also Sand. These are NFT metaverse spaces which allow you own assets digitally. The central land now is more like a city on the digital space where you get to own digital land, you get to own digital characters, of which land on the central land gets to be sold for thousands of dollars, millions of dollars as well, just by owning a digital land. You get, if you've ever played this game, what's the name of this game? Grand Theft. If you played the game like Grand Theft, and how you get to own cars in your garage and all these. I remember memes that used to come out like, oh, someone tell his mom that she shouldn't talk to him anyhow because he has like how many assets on the Grand Theft space or the Grand Theft game. But now, NFTs is a way for you to actually realize gains and money from that particular having those particular assets. So if Grand Theft now was to make the Grand Theft game in form of a metaverse and make the characters and the assets, the cars, the land, the buildings in form of NFTs, then you can actually buy those cars or own those cars in the game and also sell them to whatever currency you want, or sell them to cryptocurrency, sell them to whatever fiat currency you need, like naira, dollar, and all this. So NFTs can actually help, or will actually, and are actually helping the gaming space on that particular part. So we have degenerate apes and we have NBA top shots. Excuse me, let me take water. Okay, NBA Top Shots is they are actually video clips of crazy, good, fantastic NBA moments. NBA, that's basketball in the US in particular. So NBA Top Shots is just a collection of some particular dunks, some particular trick plays and stuff like that that happened in the basketball in NBA in America, and people get to buy those particular videos or gifs or pictures or images as NFTs. You get and they get to own it. I think the most popular one that sold at the point was the dunk by LeBron James, LBJ, and that dunk was very crazy. And that was one of the popular things that even blew up the NFT space because people were now asking why would a slam dunk of LeBron James be selling for how many thousand? I think the fair person who bought it for about 200 and something $1,000, and people were like, the guy is crazy, the guy is this and all that. Because like, why would he pay that for an NFT when you could just download the video of LeBron dunking? But at the end of the day, the guy now owns he owns the right to that particular video. So if you get to use that video anywhere, he can officially ask you to take it out because he has that particular, let's say, receipt, like a certificate to show that I own this. So he has it in the form of an NFT saying, wherever you see this image, wherever you see this picture, it is his. Wherever you see this video, it's his. Okay, so that's that for most valuable NFTs. Now, NFTs, how do you buy NFTs? How do you buy the NFTs? I hope you're jotting things down actually. How do we buy NFTs? More like how we trade cryptocurrencies as well. You need a wallet, first of all. You need a wallet, either centralized or decentralized. And you also need a platform depending on where you're buying. You can buy NFTs on a centralized platform or a decentralized platform. So many centralized exchanges like Binance, Huobi, and others are beginning to launch their NFT spaces, so people can get to buy those particular, let's say NFTs, or buy some particular NFTs, or even mint NFTs on their blockchain and get to sell them on their exchange. So for centralized NFT spaces, we have niftygateway.com, which is a platform owned by the crypto trading company Gemini, American-based company. So on that niftygateway.com, you get to um, buy NFTs with your debit card. You can use your ATM cards and buy NFTs from those particular platforms. For those who require you to do KYC, that's to know your customer and verify and prove all this to show that this is actually yours. But the good thing about it is that you get to just like it's much more easier if you don't really know much about how to buy via using private wallets or all this. You can just buy there and just store it there. As long as your password is not compromised, you can always buy on those platforms. Like I mentioned earlier, Binance as well, from that centralized platform that sells NFTs or that provides NFT service to people. Okay. We also have decentralized platforms for buying NFTs, but this requires wallets that are on the same chains, blockchains in particular, in this case, as the NFTs you want to buy. So, in essence, for you to buy from a decentralized platform, you need to have a wallet which can interact with that particular blockchain you want to buy the NFT from. Like, say you want to buy an NFT that's built on the Solana wallet, you'd have to use the Solana blockchain. Sorry, you'd have to use the Soulflare wallet or the Phantom wallet, which supports Solana transactions. If you were to use a wallet like, let's say, what's the name of this wallet? Kepler wallet, which happens to be the wallet for the Cosmos and Atom blockchain Osmosis platform. If you get to use that particular wallet now, your NFTs will get missing because it's not the actual wallet for that particular blockchain. So you can't interact with it. I'm not even sure it will even like connect. You have to connect your wallet first of all. So you need a wallet that runs on that particular same blockchain as the NFT blockchain you want to buy from or you want to mint on. For example, like I said, there are like three popular blockchains. We have the Ethereum blockchain that actually runs smart contracts for NFTs. We have Ethereum, we have Solana, we have Cardano. On Solana, I think we have a website which is Solana. That's a popular platform now to buy NFTs on Solana. Okay, we have websites like Rarible.com, Solanapps, like I said, OpenSea as well, which is a platform for NFTs built on the Ethereum blockchain, basically. Just mostly, I think it's only for the Ethereum blockchain as well. But one of the issues we have with buying NFTs or minting NFTs on the Ethereum blockchain is the gas fees. Ethereum has high gas fees. So you get to pay fees of over $20, $30 just to buy or mint an NFT on the Ethereum blockchain. So to own those particular NFTs on the Ethereum blockchain using OpenSea, you'd have to pay your fees in Ethereum. But then when you're paying in Cardano or Solana, those are quite cheaper because they are not really they are more scalable. As I'm using big grammar now, scalable. Just means they are faster, they perform transactions faster than the Ethereum blockchain. So you don't get to pay high gas fees on those particular ones. Okay. So that's that on buying how to buy NFTs. Okay, I forgot to mention MetaMask as well. MetaMask is also a wallet that runs with the Ethereum blockchain. So you can buy NFTs built on the Ethereum blockchain with and store on your MetaMask wallet. Okay, so now how do you actually store your NFTs? How or what is the best way to store those particular NFTs now? Um, we have the wallets, like we said. We have hard storage, we have cold wallet, but I won't start going through all that. Let me just say like the two basic ones I'll just explain now based on this is just an introduction. We can store our NFTs on hardware wallets, which is you in this case trying to send your NFT offline. So you own this NFT, you own this like I say this certificate to prove that this particular image or asset or whatever that's digital is yours. You can store it in a hardware wallet like Ledger Nano S wallet. So you just connect it, create a password, store your NFT there, and it's more like a USB, let's say, um, storage. So you just store it there and just keep it. So NFT gets to be stored. It's not actually a USB, just like a USB. You get to store your NFTs there, and that way it's off the internet. So it's away from hacks and all this, and it's just stored directly with you. And we also have the other forms, which is wallets like MetaMask, Trust Wallet, Katana Wallet for storing Axie Infinity game and tokens and projects and NFTs. So those are particular wallets. We have the normal wallets we use because I don't really want to go deep into the intricacies of wallets. Let's just make it simple. So we have the offline wallets and the online wallets. Let's just leave it like that. Okay, a particular website to check how or the current NFTs market cap, how the NFTs are moving, the ones that are doing well, the volume of NFTs currently being traded is nonfungible.com. Just like non-fungible NFT that is now nonfungible.com. When you go there, you get to see a lot of information on NFTs. And as well, you can also use CoinMarketCap to find out information on NFTs. But like actual website is nonfungible.com. So now with all this, I've just been giving advantages and advantages of NFTs. Now, what are some disadvantages of this particular NFT? What are disadvantages? Why shouldn't I get an NFT? Or what would draw me back from getting an NFT? Sorry. Um, First of all, not enough liquidity. Liquidity in the crypto sense is more like having people or having traffic, having volume, having people want to trade that particular coin or that particular token. So in an NFT, you find out, especially when it's not really in demand or a lot of people are not really looking for it, you see that there's no liquidity there. You buy this particular coin. There's also talking about when I mentioned utility use cases as well. So if an NFT doesn't really have a use case, you can't really sell it. You can't really find liquidity for it. So if you own it, you end up just no matter the amount you bought it, you end up just having it there. And if possible, you might be lucky to find someone who buy it cheaper from you, but you won't find someone who buy it costlier from you. So you have to, if you're getting NFTs, ensure you do due diligence on them. I think is do your own research. So find those particular NFTs that have actual utility cases that are unique, that have ownership history. Those particular NFTs, those are the ones you should be trying to buy. You get. Um, okay. Someone's asking for the site to see NFT upcoming projects. Like I said, non-fungible.com. Non-fungible.com. Just go to that particular website. You see a lot of information about NFTs. And of course, you can also maybe follow the NFT space on Twitter. But of course, we aware of malicious mail DMs or stuff like that from Twitter. Of course, it's social media, so we know how all these work. Okay, another disadvantage of NFTs, it is hype driven. Most NFTs are driven by hype. Most NFTs are driven by hype. Okay, someone just asked the question: how about independent artists? In what case? I don't know. If you can explain that. Like independent artists, what do they have to do with NFTs? Like, give an exact give a straightforward question, and then I'll reply to that. Okay, let's just hold on the question first. So let me finish with the disadvantages. Like I said, it's hype driven, meaning an NFT usually has value when a lot of people are pushing for it. A lot of people are saying, okay, this particular, for example, I gave an example of when Decentraland and Sandbox, the price was going very high, but a lot of people were beginning to buy it, and everybody's looking like, wow, Sand is in place, and let me continue buying. So it was driven at that point in time mostly by hype. So a lot of people were like, oh, this is going to do good, let's just buy into it. So before you get an NFT, do due diligence. Okay. One thing, any unique asset or token that needs proof of ownership, anything at all that needs a proof of ownership can be made into an NFT. So even a physical asset, even my cup here, I happen to be using the Quidax cup for those who are trading. Quidax need to pay me for advertising them now. But like I said, if I want to, if this my cup now has a value, because okay, it's a Quidax cup, and I want to sell it, I want to sell it for someone at a high value. Maybe Quidax cups happen to be only two or three worldwide, based on I don't know if you know what Quidax is. It's like a trading platform. um, let's say people now are interested in getting this particular cup, I can actually tokenize the cup and have the value in form of an NFT. So whoever owns that particular NFT is the actual rightful owner of the cup. And of course, the transaction history will be there. So if I get to sell the cup to someone after making it as an NFT, and I don't hand over that cup to the particular person, I can't go ahead to claim and say this is my cup, because when the person or when others get to check on that blockchain, like I said, the blockchain is public, everyone can see it. When you get to check on the blockchain, you see that no, my particular address has made a transfer of this particular NFT now to someone, so it's no longer mine. It's no longer my own particular cup. Yet it's now someone else's cup, whoever is holding to that particular point in time. So that's it. In essence, an NFT is more like a crypto token asset that provides show or proof of ownership for digital items. An NFT is a crypto token or asset that provides and shows proof of ownerships for digital items. Digital items like I go over it again. We have web sites. We have gaming rewards. We have gaming gadgets, gaming characters. We have art. We have music. We have videos. For example, the NBA Top Shots I spoke about. Okay, now let's go directly to some of the questions. um how about independent artists? Let me try to, let's say, wrap my head around what this particular person is trying to ask. Independent artists having or creating their NFTs, I think that's what you're trying to say. Like I explained, NFTs give you as an artist now the opportunity to own your particular property, your intellectual property now is owned by you, and whatever transaction that is made via P2P from you directly, the owner, to whoever wants to buy it. At that point in time, you don't have to go through a label, a management, or anything. I think the UK artist Grimes got to sell his album as an NFT. In that case, the value of that particular album came to him directly. It didn't go to his label. You get, so as an artist, NFT gives you the opportunity now to actually digitize that your particular image or song or video and say, okay, this is mine, and this is the proof that this is mine on the blockchain, because it can't be erased, it can't be deleted. It's forever on the blockchain. So that's what an NFT does. Okay, next question: how to know a legit project? Okay, like I gave examples of that. How to know like NFTs that will have value or NFTs that have value. First of all, I gave an example of utility. If an NFT has utility, that is, it has a use case, then it could actually make sense. We have uniqueness or rarity. Like, how unique is this? Is it one in a million? Is it one in 1,000? Is it one of a kind? Or this can also show you the uniqueness of some NFT projects, and also the ownership history, the history of that particular NFT. Whoever has owned it before can also drive the price up. So now, getting to know the if the project is actually legit, like I said, you have to do due diligence. You have to research on the project, check if it is audited and stuff like that, and show actually why you should invest in that particular project or NFT. For example, we have a project which is coming up, which you must have seen adverts on this channel a lot of times, concerning the Everdome will I say, the Everdome metaverse that is about to get launched, which is more like Central Land and Sand and all this. Now, in Everdome, of course, there will be NFTs inside there. You get, and after I've done a lot of research on Everdome and I see the project as a legit project. Well, of course, this is not financial advice for. I'm not a financial advisor. If you need financial advice, you can call an investment banker or investment advisor or a financial accountant to give you the advice. But based on my own research, I would personally be investing in Everdo, which is like I say a metaverse area, a metaverse where you can actually trade or own NFTs. Okay. Do I sell my NFTs instantly, or do I wait for someone to come and buy it on the marketplace? Now, on OpenSea, like I said, one issue you can have with NFTs, one of the disadvantages of NFTs is the liquidity. Like, you may not find someone who wants to come and buy this particular NFT you own. So if you bought an NFT which does not really have utility, doesn't really have a use case, then you might be stuck in a position where you end up having to hold that NFT for so long and you never get sold. So when you place it for sale, maybe let's use OpenSea for example, place it for sale on OpenSea, you would have to you would have to hope that someone comes to buy it. So if you bought an NFT that is really really useful, or maybe it suddenly gets hype around it. Let's say you bought a land on Decentraland now. Land on Decentraland is getting very very costly. You would see people who want to come and buy it. So at that point in time, if you just place it on the market up for sale, within less than a day or a day, you would see someone who wants to buy it up, because I think Binance as well is also buying majority of the plots of land on many centralized platforms, many metaverse platforms, so they can actually own a stake in the upcoming metaverse we are moving to. Because the world is moving to that point where most things have to get digital. So you will now be needing storage spaces and all this for, will I say, online. That's why an NFT can also be in form of a website. Because if you own this particular website, maybe that stores a particular type of asset, then of course, looking at yourself in the next few years, your NFT of that particular website will be worth very, very highly. Okay. When do you know to sell your project on OpenSea? Like I said, you can place your project on OpenSea. It depends on the utility, what will make people buy it. Like, why should people buy your project? Why are they buying into it? So, if it's valuable enough, let's say you bought a project like CryptoPunks, which is very popular. That kind of project now will sell off very fast. You get, so that's that on that one. Um, okay. In your opinion, what do you think is the best way to get into NFT projects currently? Considering the high gas fees, would it be to look into a new open blockchain academy? Yeah, I gave an example of that. I gave a kind of rundown on this. We have Ethereum now has, will I say, the majority of the NFTs, because it was like the first. So a lot of people get to build their NFTs and mint their NFTs on the Ethereum blockchain. But scalability, which I've explained as the speed of doing transactions on the Ethereum blockchain, is too slow. That's why you get to pay large gas fees. Maybe when we get to move to a new, let's say a new um, Earth 2.2.0, which is going to happen soon. When we get to move to Earth 2.0, the gas fees might get to reduce. But for now, NFTs built on the Solana network, Solana blockchain, and the Cardano blockchain are actually going to be have faster transactions, and you end up paying less gas fees. But one issue that will be there will be liquidity. Like how many people get to use those platforms? How many people get to use the people that are on OpenSea now, which is the Ethereum blockchain, are far more than the people on Solana, which is the NFT platform for Solana blockchain. So you would get that disparity there. So if you place a particular NFT built on the Solana network on that your Solana, it might take you more time to sell it off. Yes, the gas fees are cheaper, but it might take you more time to sell it off than how fast you get to sell it on the Ethereum blockchain. Okay. Please, I would like to get a phone number. I can't share my phone number. I can share my email address. I can share my email address to you. I can't share my will I say I can't share my phone number. So let me just type that out for you. My email address. So you could just mail me. Okay. Can you see the email? Let me see. Oh, seems not to be coming out. So no, it's not shifting out. Okay, but anyway, I would be
Are we
sure
rounding
to
up?
something like that. I guess we're answering questions at this point in
Oh,
time.
okay, great. Okay, okay, great. Go
Okay,
on.
I have a picture artwork. Please, do I convert to NFT and sell on OpenSea? Okay, now I'll be skeptical about buying your NFT. That's one thing. I told you, you need to have utility for your NFTs to sell very well. Like, is it who produced that particular? Anybody can just digitalize their assets and turn it into an NFT. So, like, why should I be buying your own? Like, yeah, you have a picture artwork, but like, first of all, your actual artwork in the normal physical day-to-day activities, what prices have they been sold for? You can also convert it to an NFT and then maybe get people to push up the hype for you. A very funny way, a very crazy way to move up your price or move up, let's say, the value of your NFT is by making your friends just buy those particular, let's say, making your friends buy those particular NFTs, that particular NFT, and then selling it. You just be running it across each other. So you own all the particular value, you own all the money that's being spent. But what you're trying to do is to move up the price. Let's say you created your NFT and you now decide to buy it with your friend's account for $1, and then buy it another your friend's account for $2, and then buy your friend's account, and you get to create transaction history on that particular NFT and also move the price up. So if someone gets to see that kind of thing, the person can feel like, oh, this your NFT is getting to sell very, very much, and the person might decide to buy it. And when the person buys, of course, you do whatever you want to the money. That's I'm not teaching you how to scam, but that is what most NFT projects do. That's what they do actually. How do we know that a project is abandoned? Good. This just ties in line with what I just said now, giving this guy an advice um, on how to increase the value of his own NFT. So, how do you know that a project is abandoned? Utility, the liquidity. Sorry, there's no much liquidity on that project, so you get to know that wow, a lot of people are not really moving into this again. And the project as well. If it's a project that has a website or something, maybe the website now will be down, their social media pages will no longer be running and stuff like that. There are several ways to know about that. Where do we see projects before the launching? Okay, like I said on that, I think I'll do this more on the next Thursday tours. But for now, that particular website I gave, nonfungible.com, would actually can actually show you the current happenings in the NFT space. And also on our website, Wax, W-A-X, wax.io, wax.io. That's a digital asset marketplace. Just like how we have Binance, a digital a marketplace for cryptocurrencies, wax.io is a digital asset marketplace where you get to buy NFTs more like by just going to trade it like that. And let me use someone's device around here to type my mail for those who want to send a mail to me. So it will be coming from the handle Mike City. Let me just type that down since it seems I can't actually give it out on my own platform. Okay. I'm used to iPhone. I'm used to iPhone. I'm not used to Android. I'm confused. Uh,
I
Umeano.
have you there already, actually. So it's there already. You can see it.
Is it okay? Okay, it's
So
out
your
now. Okay,
email
it's
is
out now.
there, and you can also drop your, maybe they need to contact you on Facebook or Instagram, or you can drop it as well.
Okay, I'm on Twitter at underscore ade underscore ima. That's my Twitter handle. I don't really use my
Underscore
Facebook,
Ade
so
underscore
underscore
Ima.
ima.
So Ima
Yeah,
is
that's
EMMA, right?
yeah, EMMA. On Twitter at underscore ade underscore ima. Okay, so Cardano NFTs have been seeing a lot of traction lately. Yeah, they have, but still you get that issue of liquidity compared to those on the Ethereum blockchain. There are not more people there. Yes, with time we get to move there. The smart contracts got launched just around September, so we have a long way to go in the Cardano space. Like Cardano is one project I'm very bullish on, so we have a lot on that. On the Twitter page, there's an at before the underscore at the underscore at underscore the underscore ima. Okay. From what you're saying now, can one convert physical things like cars, goods to NFTs? Yes. The NFTs now, like I explained, an NFT is not an act. It's not like you took the particular product and dumped it on the blockchain. The blockchain is like the internet. What can you really put on the internet? But you can have your information on the internet. You get your data, your information on the internet. Let's just call it data. It's data. Okay, so in this case, physical things like your cars, your goods, images, um, products, assets can be converted to NFTs. The NFT now is more like a certificate of ownership representation on that particular blockchain that this particular physical item is owned by this person. So yeah, you can convert your physical things, not like you're going to like burn the car and turn it into a website or something, but like you can have a representation of that car. You can say this, just like when you do math and say let X equal to this. So now let this NFT be equal to this particular car or this particular group on the blockchain. So that's that. Um, Community hype utility is key when considering. Yeah, I talked about the utility. Yeah, hype is hype driven. Yes, and that's also a disadvantage. Sorry, of NFTs. They are mostly hype driven. Okay. So we have any
That
other
was a
questions?
good one. Thank you very much. But I just want to
Yeah.
add something before we round off. And initially, when this
You want to
NFT
ask me a
thing
question?
started,
You want to ask me a crazy question?
no, I'm not asking you a question, but I'm making a contribution, right? So initially, when this NFT thing
Okay.
started, right, I used to wonder, man, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, why would somebody gonna buy NFT? Just like you're minting a picture on the blockchain, right? And you pay so much money to acquire, but everybody can see that picture. So what am I doing with it? So this more like started to make sense to me with regards to um, the application of NFT. So when I started learning about the metaverse and NFTs start making sense to me in blockchain and games and blockchain and the metaverse. And of course, I've talked about metaverse a lot on this channel. And so let me just tell you an application or say an NFT in the in gaming with regards to blockchain or in the metaverse. So how do I put it? So this shirt I'm wearing, for example, right? It's maybe it's unique to me, right? And I decide to go and scan this shirt and mint it in the blockchain, right? And since it's unique, it cannot be duplicated, say in the metaverse. I know in the metaverse you can attend meetings, you can go for conferences, you can do a lot of things, right? Now I can decide to actually sell this shirt in the metaverse that somebody can, scan himself and wear it, buy it actually from me in the metaverse and pay me maybe the token of that metaverse. I can actually really convert to physical money. So it's more like the metaverse with regards to blockchain and the Web 3.0 technology has to do with ownership. You're actually owning something. So the way you own things in the physical world that are unique to you is the way you own things there in the metaverse. It's not like in Web 2.0 where you can just copy and paste different things and duplicate the way you want.
Yeah.
You can't
Yeah.
do that with NFTs. You can't do that with Web 2.0. You cannot do that with the metaverse. So supposing another way you can use NFT is in gaming. So if you play, say, the PS, right? You have to actually play. Say you're playing somewhere like Mr. Ronda, that is person you used to play. So you can actually scan yourself and actually play yourself because it's unique to you, right? And if you play so well, somebody can decide to actually buy you, right, or buy your avatar. And each time you are being bought and sold, you're actually earning. So that is some of the application of NFT or things that are physical that they can actually mint and have them on the blockchain or in metaverse that can actually sell and buy them just the way it is sold and bought and bought. Now, in the beginning, when it was just the hype and the speculation, it wasn't making sense to me. But with this gaming and or GameFi or play to end games and metaverse, it's beginning to make a lot of sense to me. And I see NFT is just still young. It's still going to there's still a lot more applications are going
Yeah,
to
the
come, and
technology
with
is
time,
massive.
it's going to make a lot of sense to people. So that is it for today. I don't know if you have more questions to answer, but
I've seen some questions that I would like to answer actually.
it's already 10. So we want to keep this this is already 1 hour. So just
Yeah.
round off in the next 2 minutes. We'll just end this session. Thank you.
Okay,
So go ahead, please.
let me just answer this question. Is Earth 2.0, I think you meant ETH, like Earth, Ethereum. Is Earth 2.0 different from Web 3.0? Absolutely yes. But now there's something you need to understand. Web 3.0 is a form of the internet where you read, you write, you own. Let me get there now. We had Web 1.0, which was the first form of the internet. Web 1.0 was just an internet where you as a user can only read. You can only read the information that is provided for you. You cannot edit, you cannot participate, you cannot communicate with whatever was given to you. That's Web 1.0. Then we transition to Web 2.0, which we are currently on at this point in time, which brought the ability to write. So now you could read and write. You can read whatever, just like how we are communicating now. You can give out information and get information. In a Web 1.0 platform, I'll be the only one to be giving you information. You cannot communicate to me. You get, but in a Web 2.0 system, we both can communicate. But the major issue now in that Web 2.0 is we don't actually own the rights to those particular assets or those particular conversations you're having are not being owned by us. Even your WhatsApp chat and all this is not being owned by you. They are sent to servers and all this. So Web 3.0 is going to be the part of the internet where any particular person can own directly his information or data or asset or anything, which is where NFTs come into play. NFTs are a major part of Web 3.0 because then you get to now own this your data that's on the internet. So that's just Web 3.0. And now Earth 2.0 is just will I say a an upgrade on the Ethereum network. That's just it, an upgrade on the Ethereum network. And Ethereum, first of all, having decentralized applications, smart contracts, is running on the Web 3.0. You get Web 2.0 is more like it will help with scalability, help with layer two staking solutions and all this. So these are all found on Web 3.0. You get, so it's just like asking, is WhatsApp and Web 2.0 different? WhatsApp is able to function on Web 2.0. So Ethereum and Earth 2.0 with the smart contracts and everything is able to function on Web 3.0. Hope that answered the question. How do you get into sandbox gaming platform and other gaming? This is more like introduction to NFT, so we're not really teaching you how to get the NFTs or stuff like that. But getting the sandbox, you would need sand token. You need to go to the website. That that would be like a topic for another, let's say, discussion. So that's like far ahead of what we're talking today. Just introduction in simple terms. How do you enter the metaverse and what are the requirements? I don't think metaverse are the requirements. The metaverse. Now, the metaverse is a Web 3.0, will I say, platform. Metaverse cannot be seen or touched, but it's just a digital place, a digital universe. Let's say it like that. A digital universe where a lot of things occur. So requirements for entering the metaverse depends on whatever platform you are going through with. It might be to own some particular tokens on that blockchain. It might be to just come there and buy whatever, or you can even attend as a guest. There are different ways to enter into select metaverses. Everdome, like I'm saying, is an example of a metaverse which is coming up soon. And they also have each metaverse will have its own specific requirements for you to get in. Okay, who is responsible for pushing the price up, the owner or the blockchain? Um, People who push the price up is liquidity. Liquidity pushes price up in simple terms. Like I don't really want to go deep into it, but liquidity in essence, when I said liquidity is like putting this there and having people buy it. The more people buy it, the more the price gets to be increased. The more people the more popular people who have owned it, the more people who have owned it, they get to the price gets to be increased on that. Get so the price of the NFT will be increasing based on the demand. That's just it, the demand. It's not really about the owner or the blockchain. And the blockchain just records that this is here, this is transaction going on here, but it doesn't have anything to do with increasing it. Can you explain term minting and flipping? These are also minting as well has to do with creating NFTs via maybe gaming platforms or stuff like that, or even on the Ethereum blockchain, like Axie Infinity, the game. You can mint some Axie, mint using SLP. There are so many ways. But like I said, I don't want to go deep into those explanations today. We'll do that in the next um, Thursday talks. What are those things to put in mind when building an NFT? What is not just questions of things I've answered before. Things to put in mind when building an NFT. Um, like I said, utility. I always say utility. What's the use case of that NFT? Why should I buy that NFT? That's the major thing for me. How can you make payment to buy NFT of your choice? Depends on the blockchain, depends on the platform you're trying to buy. If it's a decentralized platform or a centralized platform, that's it. When I say go deep, we'll go deep in the next, in the next, will I say, episode. We'll go deep that time, not now.
All right,
Have
guys. I
you
think
ever entered the
we spent
metaverse?
we spent
A
over
lot of
an
time,
hour.
yeah.
Don't worry. I'll bring Imar again, so that we'll go deep into NFTs, so you get to have, should I say, more practical hands-on, as more hands-on experience about it. So we're going to go deep, very deep, in the next class. So just pick a question for the next class on NFT. It's actually a wide topic, so we can actually cover
Right.
everything. And also, at least you have some idea right now. You can actually go and start making more of your research. So when you come back, and when we come back, you can now ask more questions. So that said, we have to round off. Thank you again for showing up, Imar. We really, really
Thank you for
appreciate
having
you
me.
actually.
It's a pleasure. It's my pleasure
we
teaching.
really
I
appreciate it.
like
If you want
the
to chat to Emma,
conversations.
if you want to chat to Emma, of course, well, I've dropped his handle, _,
Yeah,
Emma on Twitter. And also, you can contact my email,
email address
ademakeinemmanuel5@gmail.com. So thank you,
gmail.com.
guys. See you guys um, in
When's
the
the next
next.
class? Next Thursday.
Make
Next
sure you
Thursday.
subscribe. Make sure you invite your friends to come um, for the next class. We keep on doing this. We keep on finding ways to answer your questions, and we're bringing more in-depth, more interesting topic as the day goes on. Now, there's some of you suggested NFT. That's why we brought NFT. So if you have suggestions of topics that you want us to touch on, always bring it on, and we'll find ways to actually get it done. So bye.
Take care.